All right, so I'm so excited about this call tonight, and I thank you guys for being on. Call is going to be something I'm very passionate about. I'm still in the process of learning, having just hit 2-star this last week and getting to open my second business center and seeing. I haven't even really seen the potential of what can happen. With that yet. So Megan is going to be able to talk about that. But before we get started, I wanted to give some little announcements. The first one is with Team Cup going on this month, we've got lots of people pushing for ranks, pushing for Success Club and different things like that. And I myself hit Success Club over the weekend. I'm going to be rank advancing my second business center this week. I have a new coach, a girl that I worked with at a YMCA when my husband and I lived out in Virginia. She is going to rank advance to Emerald this week, and she is one person away from hitting Success Club in her first month, which is really exciting. I've got some other girls that are getting really close to Success Club. So lots of fun things happening. Courtney, do you have any announcements on your end for your ladies? I know are you at Success Club 6 now?
I'm at 4. I know Diana's at 2. And Bobby's also at 2. I haven't checked today.
Yeah.
I'm so bad. But that is all that I know so far. Yes. But I know Diana, Deanna Bell, and Pierrine, these are my diamond pushers. So they're always showing up. Their goal, I'm just going to lay it out there. Our goal is diamond by Team Cup, ending of Team Cup. So
got that extra day in August. So, but one thing we took off, we were doing that level up message pod for all of our people that are really wanting to move their businesses forward. We took off this month because of Team Cup, because it's almost the same thing. But we will be picking that back up in September. And the way to get in that is hitting Success Club. We are only going to be working with women in those groups that are hitting Success Club because we want it to be very business forward. And so that's something to be focusing on this month, hit Success Club, so you continue to be in that level up pod that we do. So with that being said, I am going to introduce my mentor coach, Megan Seals. She lives in Jeff City, Missouri. She is a mama of now 2 little boys, and her and her husband, who is also starting to really delve into the business side of coaching with his own business. They are in the process of being close to building their first dream home as a family, like their forever home, or they're going to have this big yard for the boys to run and play baseball and do all the things. And I'm getting chill bumps just thinking about it, because when Megan first started as a coach, she was just a single lady living her own independent single woman life. So it's been really cool. I've been with her since she was about 10 months into coaching. So we've kind of really gotten to know each other and really been able to see each other grow through this business. So I could give all her little accolades and things like that, but I'm sure she'll hit on some things with her story and her progression through this business in her presentation. So Megan, I'm going to send it over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Elena. So Elena is like my OG coach. She's the OG with me. And so it's like we have this special bond because I feel like we grew our businesses together, basically. So super exciting to get to be with you guys tonight. And a topic that I actually love talking about, which is money. And I kind of took off in my business when I started talking more about money and just about our journey with money and our journey with coaching and how coaching was kind of intertwined with all of that. So real quickly, I'll just give you guys a little bit of background. Elena already mentioned that I started as a single teacher. I was just looking for something to kind of get me out of this rut of this day-to-day of waking up at last minute, going and teaching, coming home, taking a nap because I was exhausted and my hypothyroid was just out of control with the fatigue. And then I would get up and I would actually go to the gym. So I was someone who was a a clean eater, and I was at the gym and I was helping girls, you know, lift weights and get strong and all that stuff. But I was exhausted all the time. And I just had this like tugging that like God wanted me to do something really big with my life, that he wanted me to get out of this comfort zone that I was like putting myself in. I was in this little box of like, I'm going to be a teacher and I'm going to be a teacher forever. And that's just what I'm going to do. And not saying anything against teaching, but that just wasn't necessarily filling this like tug that I was supposed to like get out of my comfort zone. So I decided to become a coach, and it was something that I literally got started because I wanted to help other women. I was already kind of doing it in the gym, and I was kind of thinking like, maybe I'll start teaching fitness classes. Maybe I'll do this or that, but I wanted something that I didn't have to like go to after a day of teaching, and I didn't want to have to do something before teaching. And basically, if I was going to be a fitness instructor, that's what I had to do. And so I just kind of fell into this. A college buddy of mine said, I think you would be good at this. Kind of the magic words, if you're not saying that to women and you genuinely think they would be good, you need to let them know that you think that they would be good at this, because it put a little bit of confidence in me that maybe if she believed I could, possibly I could. And so I got started as a coach. I didn't have a ton of success right off the bat. I did not hit Success Club my first month. I did not hit Success Club my second month. I did not hit it until my third month when I was on a Team Cup team. There was something magical about being a part of that team and really kind of being like, ooh, well, if they're all hitting Success Club, I probably should too. And then I did for a couple of months, and then I missed it again, you know? And so I have this story of not being super regular of hitting Success Club right off the bat. I was still kind of figuring things out. But once I committed and went all in on a program and went all in on coaching, it never stopped. And so that's going to be a huge basis of my business and my business story, more Success Club 10 than Success Club 6. But I've never been someone that hits super, super high points. I've always been a consistent around 10 to 20 points. And at least to me, whenever I look at these like top coaches and things like that, these elite coaches, I keep thinking, oh man, they hit these like, you know, they bring in 30 coaches every month and that's just what you have to do. And that's just not the case. That's not how I've grown my business. I've grown my business on a consistent 2 to 4 working coaches every month and hitting Success Club 10. That's been the basis of my business over time. And after 5.5 years, guess what? That compounds to a really substantial amount of income is all I'm going to say. This year has been absolutely insane. I've seen my income almost double from the beginning of this year. And that is primarily from what I'm about to talk about, which is those bases of hitting Success Club 10, 2 to 4 working coaches every month, and then growing those women into leaders, which is the coolest thing ever. Whenever you see your coaches like Elena become leaders and take charge and have their own team calls and start running their own things, like that is what I wanted. I never wanted to be me on top and all my little minions below me. I wanted women that were up here with me and were pushing me. And I have some coaches right now that are making me go, I better keep rank advancing or they're going to catch up to me, which I'm totally okay with. But I'm also someone who wants to lead by example. So I'm going to share just some real basics about income, how we earn income, kind of my strategy behind growing this business. And definitely if you guys have questions, I would love to answer them at the end. I'm kind of a squirrel brain, so I probably can't answer them as I go. I usually don't look at the chat. But let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's some basics of how we earn and then kind of the game plan moving forward from there. I'm going to move you guys to the bottom because you were off to the side. and I can't see where I'm going. Okay, so first of all, when it comes to money, I think we all have a huge mindset block of either we don't want to talk about it, or we don't think that we deserve to earn or be compensated by the work that we do. And so these are all books that I have read that really transformed my mindset around money and made me more comfortable talking about it, because guess what? There's a ton of people who have money problems. I am someone who was divorced early on whenever I was 20, golly, I think I was 24. I might have been 23. So got married right out of college is part of my story. But I'll just give you the snippet of it. And helping people and helping marriages is a huge passion of mine. I believe that marriages can last. I'm in a great marriage right now, but a root of a lot of divorce is money. And so the fact that I get to offer this opportunity to other women is so crazy amazing to me. So I'm not going to read all of these. I'm obsessed with Dave Ramsey. So The Complete Guide to Money is a top one of mine. And then I did not like You Are a Badass, but I really liked You Are a Badass at Making Money. And I think the difference is I listened to it versus reading it. So if you're going to listen to Jen, I think it's Sincero, listen to her. Don't read her books. I really like her voice and the way she portrays it. So those are a couple of things. And I can get you guys these slides also, because we're going to go through the basics really quickly. You might want to go back if you're not as familiar with how we earn right off the bat. So basically, like, the gist is if you are a coach, you can only earn commissions. You're kind of capped at just that commission way of earning income, and you are missing out. You are hardcore missing out at the meat of our business, the way that you can make a decent amount of income for you and for your family. So if you are Emerald or higher, you can earn commissions, earn free leads, and have bonuses. Some of those are weekly bonuses. Some of those are quarterly bonuses. Full-time worthy income, at least in my opinion, and what I've kind of seen in other women's businesses, it comes from hitting Success Club 10 pretty consistently and a 2-star diamond. That's when I saw my business go from a consistent $1,000. Let me say that again. A consistent $500 a week to a consistent $1,000 a week is kind of how I would consider $52,000 a year a full-time income. Probably not maybe in Southern California, but in mid-Missouri, that is a decent amount of income that can transform your family's life, I think. Or 2 years of hitting Success Club 10 plus and continually growing your team. So I have seen just having coaches that are working and consistently hitting Success Club, that has been huge for my business also. Each milestone is different for different businesses. So, Elena is someone who unfortunately does not receive a ton of volume based on where she is and what's happened. So her business is going to look a little different from a coach that's on my strong leg or something like that. So you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt here. Okay, so real quickly, you guys know where to find your income. You go to your coach office, Monitor My Business, earnings and commissions, and we're paid every Thursday. One little tidbit, if you have a spouse, and if your spouse is unsure of this business and you are not talking to your spouse every Thursday about what you are earning, you need to start doing that. I'm sure that they can see it going into the bank account, but sharing that income with them is so, at least for us, it was crucial. I started dating my now husband kind of about 6 months into my business. And I remember him being like, so you do this coaching thing, like, tell me about it. And then he said, so how do you actually earn money doing that? And I looked at him and I go, I don't know, I just help people. And he was like, Meg, what do you mean? He's like, you have a business and you don't know how you make money. And I was like, I don't. And it forced me to learn. When I started learning, and the more I learned, the more I realized how I could make that income grow and how I can achieve the goals that I wanted. Because at that time, I had this passion, not at that time, I had this dream of being home with our kids someday. I was kind of hoping they would be our kids, but we weren't really sure at that point. But I had this dream always. I always thought that I would teach, take a break to be home with kids, and then go back to teaching. But I kind of started realizing that I needed something for myself also. So have a conversation with your spouse, if you have one, about how you're earning, and every Thursday share what you're making. And if you feel a little like, oh, I don't know if I want to share with him, maybe you need to push a little harder so that you feel very, very confident and very excited to share those things with them. Okay, so I kind of broke up the how we earn income. The top two, that's commissions, and then the bottom ones, those are all bonuses, and those are only available to people who are Emerald or higher. Okay, so when you're starting out, it's kind of flipped where most of your income is commission and then a little bit of bonus. You might get a $14 bonus or an $18 bonus or something like that. Now mine has completely flipped, whereas like 20% of my income is commissions and 80% of my income are those bonuses. And that's because we have a team that is causing this ripple effect of helping other people. And it's the coolest thing ever. This is actually like a screenshot of my income from, what is it? It says 2019. So goodness, about this time. So it looks like July of last year is when I did this little screenshot. So if you added up those numbers, you would see that that's about 80% of the total, and that's about 20% of that total. So rank advancing and getting yourself to that point is super, super kind of important with those first steps. Okay, so some commissions that you may not know. The Challenge Pack monthly commission, so you earn about 40% commission on subscriptions, so you're bought. And so I've always been someone who always leads with the Challenge Pack, but I'm not against hooking someone up with some Beachbody On Demand. You know, like that's still a $40 commission. And if you are needing some income because you're at a point where, goodness, maybe you need gas in your car, you need money for groceries, do not shy away from selling Beachbody On Demand. I think that we put the Challenge Pack on a pedestal, and I believe that. I believe it is the total solution, but I also, every now and then, I'll throw out a bot if someone is just like, I absolutely cannot afford that. Now with like the nutrition programs added in and everything, it's like almost like, oh, like gritting my teeth if someone just does bot because they have no idea what value they're missing out on. But the only thing about that is you get that one time a year. Whereas if you do a Challenge Pack, you have that chance of them loving Shakeology and having the commission from that. One thing that I always think is like, if you love it, don't be afraid to ask someone, you know, if they want to upgrade to a Challenge Pack or whatever it is. So one thing is, you know, some people come to me and they're so set on, I just want the workouts. And I'm like, okay, well, do you mind if I just share, you know, some of the other things with you that I use, you know, and that allows them to just ease into, instead of you feeling like you have to push the Challenge Pack on them. It's just like, here's what I do. And this is, you know, like you obviously came to me because you saw my results. So here's the total package that I use on a daily basis, and give them that option. Okay, so the Fast Start bonus, this is the bonus when a coach signs up with a Challenge Pack, and they order 90 PV within those 30 days. So you don't receive commission from coaches, but you do receive this Fast Start bonus, and it's the exact same amount. So you're not losing out on absolutely anything. I'm doing this groundwork because I have something coming when I come into the strategy, but you kind of have to know the terminology before we get there. So the Fast Start Plus bonus is I think the coolest thing ever. It's literally like Beachbody saying, here's $100. Congratulations. Like, it didn't come from a new coach. It didn't come from a new challenger. It is literally an extra that Beachbody gives us, which is like, I don't know, teaching never had that opportunity to have like an extra bonus just because I had 5 students started reading on Level. It was like, hey, congrats on doing your job. Next year, you might get a little pay increase if it's not frozen yet. So this, I always think of this as like the 5 and 5. So if you have 5 coaches get started with a challenge pack in 5 weeks, you get $100 bonus. So this $100 bonus is just literally, it just shows up. So you guys can see it on here that it's literally just shows up whenever you have 5 people in those 5 weeks. I always think, what do you have to lose by offering the discount? I sign everybody up as VIP members is what I call it now. And I just let them know, like, this is how, you know, I sign up all of my clients. You're welcome. It's free for the first month. You're welcome to cancel it after the first month. But I just wanted to let you know because you would receive a discount on any future orders. I always think about, if my coach did not offer a discount to me, I would be so PO'd at her. I'd be like, what are you doing, Shauna? You mean that you could have saved me 25% and you didn't because you wanted to receive that commission? Or like, I would think that was more shady than offering the discount up front. So if you're not doing that yet, throw it out there. The worst that they can do is say, no, thanks, I'll just sign up as a customer. And I have had people do that, you know, with MBF. I had some girls literally wait until the 27th and I let them know, hey, you're not missing out on anything. They got all weirded out about using their social security number, which is fine. But at least throw it out there to them. Okay. And then team and matching bonuses. This is only for Emerald and Plus coaches. The team bonuses is where my steady income comes from. It's the reason why I felt comfortable and confident leaving a full-time teaching job. Without the team cycle bonuses, there's no way that I would have felt comfortable with that. And like I've mentioned, that's come from growing other leaders and having coaches on my team that are consistently hitting Success Club. Okay. So here's my challenge to you guys. I want you, if you have never gotten that $100 bonus from Fast Start Plus bonus, I want you to take on this 5 and 5 challenge. I know Elena is someone who is like a pro at this. Like, basically she taught me about 5 and 5 and I was like, oh, I didn't realize that that was a thing. And I was like, so how do you do that? Because we're very much a like learn from each other kind of team. So let's pretend like these 5 people signed up. We've got Avery, Derek, Sarah, Julie, Riley. I think it's 120 PV still, but I'd have to double check. Maybe it's 150 with MBF. I don't remember. So let's just say they all sign up as coaches and they all do a challenge pack and it's 120 PV. So I'm going to break this down. So you've got, on your left leg, you've got 240 PV, and on your right leg, you've got 360 PV. So the team cycle bonuses, you take 100 off of one side and 200 off of the other side, and that is a cycle. So if you're an Emerald coach, you would get $14 on your paycheck that next Thursday. If you're a Diamond coach or higher, you get $18 on your paycheck that next Thursday. Okay, so here's the crazy part is whenever you compare those two. So let's say all of these signed up as coaches, like I have here, you would have that $100 Fast Start bonus. Remember that cool little gift that Beachbody gives you of like, congratulations, here's your $100. You would be receiving $250 in Fast Start bonus. So that's that initial, they signed up as a coach, it's a Fast Start bonus instead of commission. You got one team cycle bonus. So if you're an Emerald coach, that's one set of $14. So if you total all of that up for having those 5 and 5, the 100 plus 250 plus 14, that is $364 that you earned, and you're halfway, almost over halfway to diamond at that point, which is so crazy to think. We make diamond the scary, icky, crazy thing, but you're halfway there if it's 5 people. That's Success Club 10 in 1 month, and you could be halfway to diamond. Okay, if these people had just signed up as customers, that would be $250 retail commission. So your total is $250. So you see the crazy difference of just signing them up as coaches and taking your chance at that Fast Start Plus bonus. Don't count yourself out of like, well, I've never signed up 5 coaches in 5 weeks. Well, not yet, but you still can. There's still a possibility. So you kind of got to look at it like, okay, I don't want to be the only one who's benefiting from this, but you would earn $114 more, be halfway to diamond, and the potential for more team cycle bonuses, because hopefully Avery and Derek are going to keep their Shaco because they love it and they're getting a discount on it. And these guys are going to get, again, and they're going to love it and keep their Shaco. They get 25% discount. And I find that they're just they just kind of level up for some reason. I don't know what it is. But there's just a little bit more accountability. I've had some people say that like that $15 that they're paying is kind of like that extra, like, oh, I signed up to do it, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep going with it. So I always think, like, what is there to lose by doing that? You have only to gain from it. Okay, so I know you guys have maybe chatted about 2-star at, I think it was Summit 2 years ago. They kept referring to it because all of my coaches came from their training, and they were like, they keep talking about the promised land. 2-star is the promised land. And I was like, let me go look at my business center. And like, I like to look at like my income growth and that type of thing. And it is the promised land. Maybe not right away when you hit it, but in that next 6 months to that next year, you will see, as long as you continue doing what you're doing to get you to 2-star, you will see that income growth. Maybe not a crazy jump, but you will see it grow. So you get to enroll yourself as a coach. So you get to say, okay, Megan Seals is a coach under Megan Seals, which is the coolest thing in the world. You get a quarterly bonus, which is so exciting. I'm so excited for Elena to get her first quarterly bonus in 3rd quarter. It's so cool to have that day of like, whoa, that's insane. I'm going to talk about quarterly bonuses here in a little bit. And just more potential for team cycle bonuses in you and your spouse's account. Because if you are a coach under your spouse and you are a coach under yourself, you are going to produce more volume because you get to put all of your customers through that account then from there on. Oh, and these are 2 of my other coaches who I think they hit 2-star by then. I don't remember, but they got to walk across stage. One's carrying her little baby and one's got the baby inside of her. It's like one of my favorite pictures ever. Okay. One of the corporate mentors once asked me this question, and I haven't gotten there yet, but he said, if you knew that you could earn an extra $15,000 bonus. So, I don't know if you guys have full-time jobs outside of Beachbody, but at your full-time job, so at teaching, if they were like, Meg, if you get all of these students reading on grade level, because I was a reading and writing teacher, you can get them all reading on grade level, we're going to give you a $15,000 bonus. Why are you not there yet? Why are you not trying harder? Why are you not going for it all in, getting at that $15,000 bonus? And I remember when he told me that, and I was like, why am I not? I'm just leaving that money out there on the table by not even trying to pursue it. Because I'm someone who, like, I'll set goals, but I'm very okay with being content, I guess, in my business from time to time. And it's not a good place to be. But, you know, if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine a $15,000 bonus. Okay. If you knew you could earn an extra $1,000 that would show up in January, if you hit it in fourth quarter, to help you pay for Christmas gifts or whatever it was, why are you not there yet? Why are you not at 2-star yet? 5-star is anywhere from like 2,500 to, I think second quarter was like 3,600. So if you're knew you could earn that, why aren't you there yet? The 15-star bonus, I can't even talk about that amount of money. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, that is like insane to me. But I know people, and I'm friends with people who have earned that before. Like, that's the crazy thing, is these are real people. They're coaches just like you and I, who have accomplished 15-star, even though it seems crazy and scary. It's just one foot in front of the other. It's you being the example and then teaching them how to be the example. And it's just one thing after another. Okay. On top of that, when you hit elite, not if, when you hit elite, they give you an extra $500 a month. That is something I didn't know. I remember they were like, oh, you know, I was talking to my corporate mentor and they were like, are you interested in elite? And I was like, well, it seems really cool. The recognition seems awesome, but I'm someone who's more income driven. Like, I want to know, like, how is this going to help my family? How is this going to impact our little world right here? Not necessarily, do I get to walk across stage? That doesn't motivate me as much as, you know, how does this impact our family? And an extra $500 a month, that's pretty cool to get to have, that one other thing that just shows up in your paycheck once a month. So here's the game plan. If you don't have a game plan yet, here's what I want you to adopt. So this is the game plan to a full-time income. I'm trying to move you guys. There we go. So the first non-negotiable is Success Club 10 monthly. I think 6 is great. And if that happens here and there, that's okay. But your consistent overall needs to be Success Club 10. Need to be bringing in at least 5 new people every month. The second thing is getting to Diamond. Get to Diamond ASAP, as fast as you possibly can. It is that first step. You can't move on to these other things until you hit Diamond. Plus, Beachbody like does a ton of recognition. They really blow up Diamond. So if nothing else, I don't know, there was like this new like swagger to me. I remember when I hit it and I took a picture of me in that black t-shirt that you get. And I was like, yeah, Diamond coach. I have no idea what this means. This is awesome. And it was like people started taking me a little more seriously. It wasn't like, oh, she's going to do that coaching thing and then drop it. It was like, oh, she's doing this coaching thing. And other people are recognizing her also. She must be doing something right. I can trust her to stick around long enough for me to see some results. Okay. The third thing is a stable Diamond. Okay. So this is 12 total coaches. You only need 8 for Diamond. This is 12. So you have like 6 on your left leg, 6 on your right leg, and 2 emeralds on each leg. This is super crucial because it's very easy to go in and out of Diamond. I did it. I hit it. I think I lost it like 2 weeks later. I even had a Diamond coach under me and I was not Diamond. So I did not hit 1 star, even though I should have. I had a coach that was ranked above me because I hit Diamond and I literally stopped. I didn't keep moving forward for a couple months. I got my booty in gear eventually. The fourth thing is getting to 2-star, and then the fifth one is 5-star elite. 2-star is when I started seeing full-time worthy income. 5-star is when I started seeing like, what is this? I can't believe I get paid to do this kind of income. Okay. So this all begins by working on yourself. So including that mindset around making money. I have #proud sugar mama because I am was so proud of what our team has accomplished, what I've gotten to accomplish, and how that is impacting our family. You know, we would not have bought 5 acres that has a cute little creek and building our new house right now if I had not pushed and gone for it and asked people to coach that I was super anxious to coach, and asked, you know, my coaches on my team to trust me, like, here's my vision, let's go for it. And they did it, you know, like that takes a lot of guts to say, here's what I think we can accomplish. Do you want to do this with me? So then it continues with you helping people living healthy, fulfilling lives. Like, our mission is at the root of all of this stuff. We can talk about money and what we should be doing, but if you don't have people at the basis of it, you're not going to go anywhere. You've got to have them at the basis of, this is what I'm all about. Okay, and then the income disclaimer. You guys, super important right now. There's all kinds of craziness about income disclaimers and stuff like that. So use the income disclaimer. So if you guys have questions, I am super happy to share any kind of insider thoughts.
One thing I was going to say about the 5 and 5 too is that rolls. Like, if you sign up 6 coaches, then that 6th coach will add to your next 5. So it's not like you get 5 and 5 and then you're done. Like, you could get those every week if you wanted to, throughout the month. So that's something that's kind of cool too. I think I've done that probably a handful of times where I've gotten multiple fast start bonuses or plus bonuses. It's kind of nice.
It's funny because I was someone who was so scared to talk about coaching the first 6-7 months even about, and it's like, now it's like almost natural. It's all a confidence thing. It's all like, are you confident in what you offer? Are you confident in what you're doing?
And that was one of my favorite things when I first started. I'm like, why are we not offering this to everyone?
It took me a hot second to get on the train, Elena. You know, like 2020.
So I kind of have a question. I have my Diamond girls here and wondering, what would you say to my girls who are pushing for Diamond to help them get to where they want to be faster?
So I am not someone who is really great at pushing people to set deadlines. I think that they need to set the deadline and they need to know why they want that deadline. And I think the only reason I say that is because I was never like pushed to hit certain ranks at certain times based on someone else's schedule. I hit Diamond only, pretty sure it was only because I was a part of a push group and there was a pot at the end of the push group and I was not about to pay in. I think I paid in $40. I wasn't about to pay in $40 and not get my return back. And so that was something that was very motivating to me. So I would have them, you know, share your goals and share what you want and ask them if they want to be a part of that, for sure. But I would definitely have them set their own deadlines, have them set how they want to be held accountable. So let you know, like, what can I do to make sure that you hit that deadline? What do you need from me? And then how are they motivated? You know, so I think those are 3 biggest things. But if they don't want it, they're not going to do it. We all know that. I have never, ever been someone who pushed someone else. We were literally 2 coaches away from going into 10-star qualification. And I knew if I pushed the girl that I needed, that she would just run. And so we didn't hit it. And it's one of those, like, I know we'll get there. So I'm not going to lose quality coaches over a rank, I guess. But I think you just kind of have to know your coaches too. Like some people are very like, want to be pushed, want that, you know? So it's kind of, you just got to know them. Yeah, Elena loves being pushed. I'm like, if I don't hit the deadline, I'm so sorry.
I just want to say my mind is like really blown away right now. I love everything you said and you shared everything. And I do have my goal to hit diamond by the end of this month. I did lose 2 people, but I'm not gonna let that bring me down. I'm gonna still push every single day. I, pretty much have two jobs, and I'm doing this on the side, but I do want to do this full time, and I do want to retire my mom. So I stay up late, like 1 o'clock at night, working almost every night just to reach these goals, and I'm just gonna keep on going every day.
Oh my goodness, that like makes me like emotional. Like I love that. We're at a phase right now where it like kills my husband to go to work every day, and I want to retire him so badly. So I feel you, like I feel you on such a deep level right now. And he's never expressed that until recently. And so it's like got this new fire in me, and I can see it in you too, you know?
I want to also retire my mom because she just turned 69, and it's just it's just me, my mom, and my brother at home, and she, raised me and my brother on her own her whole life. She worked so hard, and I just want her to retire. I want her to enjoy her life, and I just want to give this to her, and one day.
Yeah, I love that. Man, you're like an inspiration for sure. I don't know if you have shared that publicly, but
when I first joined, I'm going to be a coach for almost 2 years now. And when I first joined, I really was scared, but I really have came a long way. And I do talk every day about the business, what I do, how it changed me. Like I share it all the time.
Yeah.
Now.
Cool. I love it. Thanks for sharing that, Diana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions or comments or anything?
It was just awesome. Like I knew like all the stuff, but like seeing it, like it's like, wow, like why not me? Like why am I not doing it? You know what I mean? So just seeing it like really puts that visual into place, So it was awesome.
Good to hear.
Yes, thank you, Megan.
No problem.
Well, if anyone has any questions, feel free to shoot those to me or Courtney, and we will share this call, and I will get those slides from Megan too, so that I can accompany the call recording with that, so that you guys can dig in and just have that constant like refresh your memory. Like anytime you're doubting yourself, like if you're motivated by numbers like I am, then seeing those things kind of lights that fire under you. So